Give you an in-depth tour of my 2005 Cayenne Turbo. I guess the best way to describe this car or SUV is, do you guys have any a friend that is kind of like the jack of all trades? I mean, he's kind of like good at everything. You know, he's a good guy to help you install a sink or a dishwasher. He's also a good guy to get financial advice from. Well, the Cayenne Turbo is kind of like that to me. It's kind of the jack of all trades. It could be a sports car. It handles like a sports car, but it can also haul 5 people if it needs to. It can also tow a car. It's a great off-roader too. It really is the jack of all trades. Now, I bought this one in Houston. I wanted to find a Cayenne Turbo that had low miles on it. I didn't want one that had 100,000 miles or something like that. So I bought this car with, I think it had 43 or 44,000 miles on it. I got it from Porsche of West Houston. That's where I got it from, and I was real happy with how they treated me. I bought the car sight unseen, had it shipped to Michigan. No issues with the transaction or anything. The car was exactly as represented, and it's been a good car. I don't put a lot of miles on it. I think right now I bought it a little over a year ago, and it's like right at 50,000 miles. And the car doesn't even get a garage spot because it's a daily. Got some curb rash. I bought it that way, right there. I bought it as a one-owner car. It was bought new actually at Porsche of West Houston, and the guy traded it in on a new 911. But look at these massive front brake calipers. Man, they're just huge. It's got these huge ducts to feed the intercoolers. You got an intercooler here, and you got an intercooler there. By Xeon headlamps. Car is actually a little dirty. But I use it to tow my jet skis. I've towed a car with it, and it has no problem towing anything. Plenty of power. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. Oh, I just locked it. With the turbo, you get all leather. The whole interior is all leather. You get this really beautiful Alcantara headliner. Man, it just feels amazing. Love that Alcantara. This has got the supple leather interior, so it looks kind of wrinkled. That's how it's supposed to look from the factory. But everything's all leather. I mean, the whole dash is leather. The beautiful Alcantara on the sides. Move my sunshade in the back. But that's the back area. You got steering wheel controls right here. Gas, open up the gas door. The rear hatch. You got your light controls right here. Your heated seats are actually a rotary dial. I've never seen that on a luxury car before. You kind of adjust it that way. From 0 to 5. And then down here you have more options. This is for your HVAC system. And right here is for the differential, so you can lock up the differential. And then your air suspension for your ride height adjustment, and whether you want it comfort, normal, or sport mode. But I always thought this was cool, the sun visors. It's got 2 of them, so you can move this one to the side, put this one down if the sun's in your eyes, and then you got this little middle one right here. I always thought that was kind of cool. But man, this Alcantara is just, man, love it. This headliner is just so nice. And you got a spot for your sunglasses right here. Sunroof. And this is for the sunroof controls. Garage door openers. And I believe this is for the parking sensors. You can turn that on and off. And this has got the light comfort package. So you've got all these different adjustments for the lights, the footwell, the light up down there in the footwell area. Let's go ahead and turn the car on. You got these options that you can cycle through for the computer. And go to main menu. You can set the speed limit so it'll remind you. Like say if you want to set it at 80 miles an hour, you can set the speed limit to 80 miles an hour. And then if you're cruising on the highway and you accidentally put the, you're going faster than 80, so you don't have the cruise set, the car will remind you, it will beep at you. And if you get any warning errors that come up, they'll come right here. They'll come up on the dash right there. This tells you your ride height adjustment, where you're at. And your lock, your differential lock. Fuel consumption, let's take a look at that, 14.9. And actually, I keep my foot out of the car. I really, even though I got the turbo model, I really don't drive it fast at all. I mean, I just kind of cruise around in it. Every once in a while I might get on it to clean it out, but that's about the best it will do. It's about 15 miles per gallon. 14 to 15 miles per gallon is about what I'm getting with this car. But we do a lot of towing with it. We tow just a set of jet skis that aren't heavy at all, maybe 1,500 pounds if that. You got your oil temperature gauge right here, RPM of course, coolant, fuel, miles per hour, and then your boost pressure for the turbochargers. And that's the HVAC system. You got this one's got the dual zones on. This is not a 4-zone car, so it only has the driver side and passenger side that you can adjust. And I really don't need the 4 zones. It was an expensive option at the time. If whoever ordered the car knew, and they probably decided not to go with the 4 zones either. And I don't have any kids, so it really wouldn't make sense for me to have 4 zones anyways. I think the 4 zone would actually have an option down here you can adjust. But it's got the CD system. You can put a CD in here, and then a CD in the back. It's got a 6-disc, I believe, changer in the back. And these are all configurations and options you can play with in here. What I always thought was kind of neat too is even the seatbelt adjustment is motorized. Like, you can't adjust this manually. That's motorized for you. Let me see if I can get it going. Yeah, we can't have you adjusting that manually. We need to put a motor on that, because it's just too much effort. Oh, I never noticed that. Got a little hook. It's got a really nice sound system too. Like, I'm not a big fan of Bose. I'm a Bowers and Wilkins guy for home theater anyways, but this is like not even the Bose I recognize at all. Like, normally I'm used to like the systems they put in like General Motors cars, which are just, they suck. There's just no way of sugarcoating it. I just don't think they sound good at all. And this one's actually nice and balanced. Just sounds real good. It's got a huge sound stage, nice bass, just good quality sound. Good quality leather too. This is weird. Got 2 cup holders down there. Got storage. And another storage right here. Let's go in the back. And then you pull this out. Come on. If I can get it to come out. You got some tools under there. Got rear heated seats. Cup holders. Power. I don't think that's anything. Spare tires under here. It's a tank for the air compressor. Got power outlet. Got some storage over here on that side. Got some power on this side too. Got some tie down straps. And there's the CD player, or CD magazine changer. And then you got a cover that you can put over like that. Typical with any Cayenne is these stupid hood struts are bad already again. Seems like I'm replacing, a lot of people have to replace these every couple of years. That's the light for the part sensors. As you get close, you can look in the rearview mirror and you got one here and you got one on the front. Right up here's the other one, front one. Here's the engine. The clicking noise you hear is actually the fuel injectors. Turn the engine off so you could hear me, but this car's got a lot of the decorative plastic all over it right here on the sides. And out of all the Porsche engines, I love the smoothness of this car, but to maintain it, it's not an easy car to work on. Like I did the valve cover gaskets, they were leaking all right here and around onto the headers there, and you could just smell it. And it was just not a fun job to do. They use all these Torx bits and they're easy to strip, so definitely take your time if you're doing a valve cover gasket replacement on this car. I also replaced all the charge pipe seals as well, and the hardest one to get to was down here in the corner. Man, that was a pain in the ass to get that seal, or the Allen screw to remove it, because it's held on by two Allens. It just was not easy to get out. And there's a lot of plastic in these engines now, and it's getting kind of scary. It just doesn't give you that feeling that it's built to last. I haven't had any problems with it, and I know guys that have some really high miles on their Cayenne. So even though it has that cheap feeling, for the most part, I guess these engines are holding up really well. They're for the most part, pretty reliable. The only thing is the coolant pipes are what you have to worry about on these cars. And I had the dealer check to make sure that the coolant pipes have already been changed before I bought it. They said it has, so this has already been updated to the metal coolant pipes. So I don't have to worry about the plastic breaking and getting coolant all over the place. But coolant's under here, so you check your coolant there. You fill up your washer fluid right here. And your power steering and jump posts are right here. So you got your positive and negative, and this is your power steering fluid. Check your oil there. You add oil. I'm going to show you guys how the air suspension works. that was the operation of the air suspension, and you can hear the compressor going. It's running. Kind of hear that buzzing. Right now I'm at the lowest setting, but all you do is just kind of flip this switch back or forward to get to the desired ride height that you want. If you're thinking about a Cayenne Turbo, probably the best advice I can give is, number one, make sure the coolant pipes have been changed. Number two would probably be the valve cover gaskets, because I don't know who Porsche's supplier was for those gaskets, but they were not a good supplier at all. They all get crusty and hard. It's actually the first set of valve cover gaskets that I've seen that have failed after only 8 or 9 years of use. I mean, it was such low miles. When I took out my valve cover gaskets, they were just so crusty. I mean, they just broke apart. They felt like they turned into plastic or something. It was really odd. They weren't rubbery at all. They were just crusty. And I've heard of some guys talk about, like, I guess the water pumps fail on these after a short mileage interval. They, after only like 50,000 miles, guys were saying their water pumps are failing. I have no idea if the water pump has been changed on this car, and I haven't seen any indication of a failure, and I'm at 51,889 miles. But I guess it's something to keep in mind. Another common failure I heard is the air compressors. If you get a Cayenne with air suspension, I guess the compressors, after a while, they'll fail. I think it's farther in the life of the vehicle, like say around 100,000 miles or so. And they actually have rebuild kits for them that you can get. But other than that, these cars are supposed to be pretty bulletproof. I think the testament of that is looking at the ones for sale. I mean, there's a lot with well into the 100,000 mile range, and people who drive those cars well into the 100,000 mile range, they won't drive them if these cars cost them a small mint to keep on the road. So it must be some type of they must have some type of reliability. But so far, this car's been great. I absolutely love it. It's the jack of all trades. The driving dynamics are just unbelievable for a big SUV. The car just handles great. It's fast. It tows. I mean, I could stick wood in here in the back, put the seats down. I mean, it does everything. It really does. So this is my 2005 Cayenne Turbo. I'm sure there'll be plenty more videos in the coming future. I'll do a driving video, but for now, this is just a kind of a quick tour of my Cayenne Turbo. Take it easy, guys.